Oh, camera lady. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Me on it. I've just got a shower.
Okay, evening guys, how we doing? Sorry about last night. We were supposed to do this meal last night. However, it was a long day. We were delivering food. So our prep page, if you haven't liked it, please pop over there and have a little look. We as in my mum and Ben and I, we all made up to 150 dishes on Tuesday, and then free of charge we went out and delivered those to Derriford Hospital, different wards, endoscopy, Braunton, ICU in Bickley, so Penrose. We got round and seen those guys, and then Ben headed off into Plymouth and did gem care and a load of different vulnerable people in the Plimpton and Plymouth end. I headed over to Saltash, got to see a lovely lady nominated by my friend Pam, a lady called V, living on her own. I went and seen her. I went and seen a lady called Sharon, another key worker. I got down to I got to Saltash police station. I got over to Liskeard police station, Liskeard fire station, and Liskeard paramedic station. I then went back via Tor Point and dropped off some more stuff in Tor Point, and then I got over the ferry, should I say, and then over into PL1, and I saw a load of elderly and vulnerable people in PL1, and it was just really cool, really cool day. So it was just a little bit late getting home last night, so apologies for not doing the cooking last night, but we're going to crack on with it this evening. So let's just have a little look through our ingredients, guys. We've got 2 cracking bits of fillet steak there. I am cooking for 4, however, my wife and my son don't eat red meat. They don't eat, no, you don't eat red meat. So I've got some chicken in the oven for those guys, all right, so we can ignore that, but Olivia and I, we like our red meat. We only tend to eat it once a week. You know, we do try to keep it just to once a week, whether it's a piece of red meat like steak, lamb, game, duck, things like that. Like we had a bit of duck last week. Health reasons really, so we just try to mix it up. A couple of nights where we go with a white meat, one night a week where we do a red meat dish, and then fish a couple of evenings. Okay, we're going to serve it with a salad. For those of you that have been following what I've been saying, we don't feel like we're burning as much energy at the minute. I know that's much to Kieran Hamley's dislike, who's already commented saying I'm ruining a steak. I'm guessing he means because I'm putting it with salad. However, we're just not doing as much. So I am dropping my starchy carbohydrates, my rice, my pasta, my bread, potatoes and things like that, just down a little bit. I'm having it at lunchtime, but I'm just reducing it down in the evenings when I then don't burn so much energy. So what we're going to crack on with first is make this very sorry looking for itself salad look a little bit better. So if we have a quick look here, I've just got a mixture of leaves, rocket, lettuce, I've got spinach leaves, baby spinach leaves. We're just going to make this look a little bit more lively. It's all looking a little bit dull at the minute, all right? So what we're going to start with is a bit of red onion. So I'm going to do it with the red onion. So just going to take the top off. I'm going to use half of it. Okay, red onion is quite strong flavour, but it does add lots of nice colour. For any of you wondering, could you use white onion? You could. It's not as nice in salads, but there's no reason why you couldn't use it if you haven't got any red onion in stock. It's been really cool as well seeing some of your pictures coming through, people following these little demos. That's cool. But that's all I'm going to do is just one slice down through the middle, keeping the root on. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through that, nice and thin. And then I'm just going to spread that around. Okay, so let's just break that up, and let's just sprinkle from a height so it falls all over the place and not into one spot. Okay, nice bit of red onion. Already, look, that is looking so much more lively than it did a couple of minutes ago. I know I advertise this as a steak and Greek salad. Any of you Greek people out there that are tuning in this evening, don't get angry with me, it's my take, okay? I probably should have said using up leftover things salad, because there's going to be lots of different things in it. I suppose the only Greek thing actually that's going in it is the olives and the feta cheese. However, it's going to taste really cool. Guys, if you've never used coriander in a salad before, it's amazing. It gives it a really nice, fresh taste. Okay, so I'm just going to slice down through that coriander again and sprinkle that from a height. probably gone a little bit too much there. So just a small handful of coriander. I'll pop that to one side in a second. God, those onions have got my eyes going. Oh, it's been an emotional day. Okay. So,
Yeah, Howie says, get your meat out.
Matt, how here?
He's only just joined. It's there, mate.
It's there, mate. My meat's there. I did a little shout for you this morning on our training thing. Okay, here we go. So olives going around. Nice bit of olives. Guys, we've used green pitted olives. Right. Yes, the ones with the stones in apparently have a lot more flavour. However, they're a pain in the bum. You're trying to eat a salad. You don't want to be pulling pips and stuff out your mouth. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do then, with my carrot, right? I'm just going to use a speed peeler. I'm going to take the outer skin off the carrot. Okay, and then all we're going to do is take the end off. Take the end off my carrot, Matt. Okay, and then just nice little slivers of carrot. Really cool way to use a speed peeler. Get a nice little bit of height on that. Right, I won't waste, I'll take this down in a minute, but I won't waste what's left over. What I'll probably do is cut it into carrot sticks.
Hi, Xavi.
Hey, Xavi, okay, he's here. Okay,
Yes.
Xavi, I've got something for you. Alexa, play Riders on the Storm.
Riders on the Storm by the Doors on Amazon Music.
So my friend Xavi tuning in from France, from the Ardèche, down in the south, introduced me to this song in the summer.
He says you need to buy a rabbit to eat the rest of the red vegetables. Tim's watching.
Is Tim watching in
Lee
his,
Couch.
Is Tim watching in his new t-shirt? We want to see a picture of that tomorrow. Right. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to waste the carrot sticks. Xavi, I will feed the rabbits. Wait and see. Olivia, Brody! Come here, please. Okay, tomatoes, just going to go in half. So just in half with the tomatoes.
Oh, we got chips.
Yeah.
Carrot sticks.
Orange chips. Javi's watching, yeah.
Say hi,
Take them
Javi.
away. Take them away, guys. Thank you. That's enough. Ciao.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's a treat. Right, guys. So I'm going to go with about 7 tomatoes.
You've just set everyone's Alexa off, Dean.
Set everyone's Alexa.
Yeah.
Ah, very good.
Count Cucci, Steve Barrett, Paul Shannock.
That's brilliant.
They're all playing the Doors.
If everyone listening to that is fantastic. I love that. That's going to become an evening thing, I think. Right, what we're going to do next. So I've got, let's just recap. Red onion, leaves, carrot, tomato, coriander,
Olives.
olives. Let's get the...
Alexa, volume down.
Who wishes they had one of those on their wife? Wife, volume down. Good. Brew my feta cheese. Just going to take that into cubes. Right, I used about half a block of feta cheese there, guys.
Oh, hi, Jan, Horrocks and Paul. Hope you're well.
How are we doing, guys? Keeping good? Right. So yeah, I've just took all my feta cheese into cubes. Okay, and let's just go with that from a bit of a height as well. Okay, so we're just mixing it around. Okay, that salad is already looking so
Beautiful.
much better. Okay, now last little bit, not very Greek, I know, but I'm using some sweet, fiery beetroot. Beetroot is so good for you guys. Loads and loads of goodness in it. Don't panic if you eat a lot of it, that your wound goes a little bit red. Oh, I had a problem one day after a Sunday roast when I've been roasting quite a lot of it. Okay, so I'm going to go with about 5 bits of beetroot, so that's 2, 3. All I'm doing is taking it into quarters. 2 more. Okay, beetroot in bowl, last one. Okay, so that is my salad. Okay, I'm going to set that to one side. Now, next thing I'm going to do is get my steak on. Okay, so let's get this pan on nice and hot. I've got a griddle pan. Okay, I'm going to turn it up nice and hot. I'm going to put it up to its hottest heat. I'm going to take it up to a 12. Right, when I know that's really nice and hot, I'm just going to turn it down that little bit. Okay, what I'm going to do, rather than oiling the pan, okay, I'm going to oil the steak, all right? It's going to, when you're using the griddle pan, the oil kind of runs up and down the grooves, all right? And the steak will still stick. Also, what we're going to do is use that little bit less oil than what I would if I was to swamp the bowl. So all I'm going to do is thumb over the top. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on one side. I'm going to turn it, drizzle a bit on the other side, turn it. Okay, then I'm going to get my hands involved. Okay, I'm just going to work my oil, so make sure it's all nice and covered in oil. So I've used very little. Okay, I'm going to give my hands a quick wash. Okay. Is everyone enjoying the doors?
Lee wants you to ask Alexa for 90s dance, please, mate.
I say we'll put that on the training session. Not very chill, mate, is it? Okay, so if you have a quick look, you might not be able to see on the camera, but that is starting to smoke, so I know that's really getting up to heat. Okay, I'm just going to drop that down to an 8. All right, and then I've oiled that, so it's going to go right in the pan. Okay, so whilst that's cooking away, I'll talk up a bit now because obviously that's sizzling. The last thing I'm going to do is our vinaigrette. So let's just pop that one to one side. Let's pop that to one side. And let's go with this vinaigrette. Let's have a little, that's it, pop them out of the way. Let's get everything out of the way that we're not using so it doesn't become confusing for you guys watching. Right, important thing with your vinaigrette, right, I'm going to do a little mustard vinaigrette, is that it's 1 part acid, okay, or citrus juices, yeah, so things like lemon, to 3 parts oil, okay. So what we're going to do first, so I'm going to pop in some mustard. We're going to use the rest of that mustard that we used the other night, that whole grain mustard that I was using. So I've got the old Beast of Bodmin Moor hot chili mustard there, all right. So I'm just going to go with a nice heaped teaspoon, and not let it. Okay, then I've got a good Italian red vinegar. Okay, and we're going to go with 1 tablespoon. All right, that's just a little tablespoon measurer. So I'm going to go with 1 of those. Going to get that in. Now I'm going to salt and pepper this whilst the vinegar's in. Salt, particularly, will not dissolve, guys, in oil, but it will dissolve in vinegar. So it's important to get that in first, and that's going to start bringing all those flavours out. So I'm going to give that a stir first. Alright, so just working that vinegar and that mustard in together. Okay, next then I'm going to go with a little dash of pepper, not too much. Cool, that's enough. Right, now I'm going to go 3 parts oil. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Nice work. So there we go. Let's work that in. Whoop. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, now all I'm going to do is give that a little taste. See whether I'm happy with it. See where it's just sticking in there a little bit as well. Yeah, good. Right, now when you taste it, don't be surprised. It's got to be quite powerful, it's got to be quite strong, okay? Because the majority of your salad leaves and whatnot, your carrot, cucumber, they're made up of water, right? So that needs to be strong. That needs to have a real good strong flavour to flavour that salad, all right? So
someone's asking if they can use anything else instead of mustard. They don't really like mustard. Is there an alternative?
So yeah, you can. So let's go back. We've used coriander, haven't we? You could do lime and coriander. You could do lemon and coriander. They go really well together. Lots of different options. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll comment on the video once we finish, and I'll give you a few different suggestions for that. But yeah, I kind of really like using citrus things and that with it as well. That's pretty cool. Right, so that one there then. So it's going to go over the top. I know that this isn't going to take very long. I wouldn't put my dressing on the salad too soon because it makes all the salad leaves go limp. No one likes anything limp, do they? However, this is going to be ready to go probably in about 5 minutes. We're only going to turn the steak once, all right? So if you ever come and have a quick look, sorry, hands have gone off on one there. But if you come and have a look, we're starting to work up through the steak. Olivia and I eat ours rare, so I'm going to go for about 4 to 5 minutes each side. These are quite thick pieces. This one will be a little bit more rare than this one because obviously it's a little bit thicker. If I was concerned about that, I could have put this one in for a minute earlier than this one. However, we both quite like it juicy. Right, so there we go then with that one. Just going in from a height again. That will just work itself into that salad. Cool, working it in there. Look. Perfect. Good. So that was going to go back in there. Is there any other music requests, Coochie, rather than just 90s music? Okay, so I'm going to get my spatula. I've just used it, haven't I? So we've got family hit in the morning. 9:30. We'll be doing a family session. Going to do some different moves to what we've been doing on the last couple. Alright. Okay. Don't need that. So, turn it once. There we go. Got a nice bit of charring on the steak. It has stuck a little bit, but nothing to worry about. Okay. Alright, let me get rid of some of these bits then. We don't need some of this stuff up here now. So, about another 4 minutes. So we're on 7, we haven't changed the clock. We're on 18:18 now. So 18:22, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to let it rest for about a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm just going to cover it over. A couple of people say you should let it rest for half the amount of time it cooks. Even if I cover it over, I just find if I rest it for that long, I find it just goes very cold. Alright guys, and I don't want my food cold, I want it nice and hot. Obviously the salad's going to be cold, but I want that steak nice and warm. Okay, so let me just flip this way. Honey, you'll be glad to know your chicken's looking good. Okay, so 3 more minutes on that steak then guys. I'm going to take that off, let it rest, slice that up into nice pieces, and I'm just going to drape that all over the top of that salad. I'm going to bang it in the middle of Olivia and I, and we're going to tear into it. Yeah, so hit session tomorrow morning, 9:30. Get your kids involved. Straight after Joe Wicks, if you're doing Joe as well. I know Pip, you've been cracking one after the other, which is really cool. Remember, they're saved, same as this. It's all saved on our page. So if you want to kind of tune in later on and follow it a bit later on, you can do. All right. Any other questions coming through your hands on this one?
Yep. Frank Diamond.
Yes.
Neil said, do all bootnecks like beef?
No, Neil, all bootnecks are beef.
And Lee would like you to play Fog on the Town, please.
I'll tell you what, Kitchy, I'll compromise. Alexa, play You Will Never Walk Alone. You've got Pam watching as well, she's a scouser. This is where all the United fans disappear now.
Your numbers are dropping.
Numbers are dropping. Don't worry guys, we'll still get to lift it. Coronavirus or not. Okay, so having a little try at what we at. So we've got 2 minutes. Get that knife back out of here. Got some cool pictures coming through today actually from people that have been following these recipes and cooking them up later on. This is really cool. The sausage casserole seems to have gone down really, really well. So I'll have a little think about my recipe choices next week.
I think it's just an easy one.
Yeah.
I think it's, you can just prepare it in advance, chuck chuck everything in.
Cool. Yeah.
Kids
We'll have a
love
little look.
sausages, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're easily available for most
So
people
maybe
at the
we'll
moment, aren't
do
they?
something similar, so something in a big pot like so, like a tagine or something like that, with some Moroccan flavours. That would be quite cool. Okay, so one more minute. I've been giving other people shout outs and that, guys. Might be worth noting. I saw a post from Nadine Venables, one of my friends and clients this morning. That's Ben Palmer from the Greedy Goose and the Sardine Factory. He's doing a cooking class online in the mornings at 11:30, I believe. A little bit more restaurant based. So if you want to improve your skills, your presentation skills, or kind of take your cooking to the next level, that would be a good one to tune into, I would also suggest. Okay, where are we at? Come on. When you're waiting for a steak to cook, it always seems to take ages.
Can you tell everybody a little bit more about prep?
About prep, of course. Okay, so prep, guys, is Alexa down. Prep is part of DB Fitness and Nutrition. We are a healthy food delivery service launched during this period, which has been an absolute nightmare, not only for supplies, but also for packaging. However, thank you very much to the likes of Ian Pearce from Nudge Creations, my mum for volunteering her time and all the hard work that Ben's been doing. We have still launched and we've been taking our first official orders today, which is exciting. Ready for delivery next Monday. So you need to go onto the DB Fitness and Nutrition Facebook, you need to go onto the DB Fitness and Nutrition web page where you'll see the different things that we offer: personal training, Plan X, and prep. There is menu options.
It comes under meals, I believe, on the tab.
Meals, there you go. So yeah, you need to make your orders pre-order, ready for delivery. We will deliver on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Yeah, go over and just have a little look, guys. See what we're offering. We're also, Ben and I are talking about, we've had lots of people wanting to order food for their friends, so almost like a nomination thing that they want to pay. So let's say you have a friend or a family member that you know is working particularly hard at the minute. Maybe they're a key worker, maybe they're an NHS worker, and you just want to treat them. That is something that we're looking into at the minute.
Or someone on their own, perhaps.
Or someone on their own, because we've had lots and lots of inquiries about that, which is really, really cool actually. It's really nice to think that people are thinking that way. Right, so one more minute. I don't want to rush this steak, all right? I don't want to rush it and start cutting into it, because all those juices, all that goodness, this steak, okay, will start to pour out and go all over my chopping board and not into that lovely salad that we've got prepped there. So it must be about that time. Brody, come and lay the table, please. Okay, so there we go. That's a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to go really nice, thin slices.
Coca-Cola.
Hello, dude.
Hello.
Dressed as ever.
It's got buttons on. That's an improvement.
Okay, so like I said, that one will be a little bit more medium. This one will be a little bit more rare because it's that little bit thicker. So you can see how we've got that nice rare meat running through the middle. So nice, about centimetre thick slices. And I'm just going to drop that all over the top of that. Let's bring that a little bit closer. Okay. So we're just going to place that all over the top of that nice big salad. So it's a really kind of cool sharing plate actually. You could bang that in the middle. Could bang that in the middle of a dinner party for a nice big starter. As long as you haven't got any vegetarians coming, obviously. However, how about using halloumi? Yeah, you could bang a load of halloumi on the top of that. Okay, nice bit of seared tuna if you're a pescatarian. Seared the tuna and drape all that all over the top. Okay, so there we go, guys. There's my fillet steak and kind of adapted Greek salad. I don't want to get told off by any Greeks out there. Thank you very much for joining us again tonight. Remember, they're saved, so you can come back and you can follow that later on. We'll post the ingredients up, quite basic tonight, but we can post those ingredients up. We're going to do HIT in the morning, and then we're going to crack on with a chicken risotto tomorrow. So for those of you that have always wondered, how do I do a risotto? Then we're going to do that one tomorrow evening, before we let you have the rest of the weekend. Cheers guys, thank you.
Good night.
Bye.